Headquarters, District of Texas, Galveston, Texas, June 19, 1865. General Orders, Number 3. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with the proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves. And the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between the employer and hired labor. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed they will not be allowed to collect at military posts and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. By order of Major General Gordon Green, signed F.W. Emory, Acting Adjutant General.
I can't see who's
315.
No, who's the next one?
No, he's doing this thing.
Yes, we're ready for the Congresswoman.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me well? Oh, I am so excited to be coming to you by audio. I just could not miss this opportunity for affirmation. Thank you for understanding. We just got out of the first annual Federal National Independence Day Juneteenth church service, which we hope that we'll be able to share between Galveston and Houston in the future. But many of you know Jack Yates, and we were at his church, the Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, founded in 1866. And I can tell you that after prayer and lifting up the ancestors, there was a lot of jubilation. And so we just got out, and I told Mr. Jackson, I really wanted to join you today. So thank you for allowing me to take this moment of praise and recognition. First of all, thank you, Mr. Kevin Jackson, for understanding the vision and the history and the sacred ground of Galveston, Texas. The world will now know where Galveston, Texas is, and the world will know about Juneteenth. That was my vision when for a decade I introduced the resolution to honor Juneteenth and to create, going forward, the Federal National Independence Day Juneteenth. Building on the legacy of my dear friend, Representative Al Edwards, who I saw and spoke to the very end of his life. His wonderful family was there yesterday, and we lifted his family up again today in our service of praying for the ancestors. Please give Representative Al Edwards applause, please. Thank you. And then now to come to this historic customs house. I am a member of the Homeland Security Committee. When I see the word custom, I begin to think in a